Plaintiff Jacqueline Grant says the defendant is her niece, and she raised her. Jacqueline claims when the defendant was 15, she became rebellious, and after she started dating a drug dealer, the two of them robbed Jacqueline. She's suing her niece today for car damages. Defendant Natasha Grant says she stayed with Jacqueline after her son was born, and that's when their relationship went downhill. Natasha claims she moved out after Jacqueline tried to attack her while she was holding her son, and then Jacqueline started stalking her. She's countersuing for personal property and harassment.
Start with you.
Natasha's my niece. I've taken care of her all her life. At 15, she started sneaking out of my house while I was at work, running around the streets with different guys and stuff like that. At 15, she ended up pregnant, ended up having an abortion, and then she got pregnant again when she was like 16, 17-ish, and she kept that baby. When she turned 18, she started hanging out with this drug dealer slash bum slash professional criminal who had then started harassing me. Her and the drug dealer robbed my house one night. I had gotten a night job overnight, and when I went to work that night, they saw me leave, and they climbed up my balcony and went in my living room window. And
what year was this?
2015, July.
All right, and you filed a police report, obviously.
Yes, the police came. They did it. They took things for fingerprints and stuff. Mm-hmm. They claim they haven't gotten any fingerprints back yet.
Okay, and you saw them, or you had eyewitness?
Well, yeah, I had. He was a squatter in a house on the next block over, and she moved in with him, and her baby, and she took her sister over there, and they saw my things in the house.
Okay. And did you have the police talk to her sister?
She said she was too scared to write a statement,
okay.
And so the police said they couldn't legally go into the house to get my things.
Got it. You want to give me some background?
When I was 17, I got pregnant. I had my son. I moved in with her when he was about 6 months. From there, it went downhill. It's crazy.
Why?
I went out one night with the person she's talking about. At the time was my boyfriend. I had asked if it was okay. She watched my son. She said, sure. She called me. He's crying. I said, okay, I'm coming. I walked up the stairs. She walked out. She seen him, started cursing him out, came in the house. She tries to attack me while I'm holding him on the couch. And so I just get up and left. I left everything behind.
What else did she do to you?
She was following me. When she see me drive past her, she would make an illegal U-turn and drive behind me.
She did that how many times?
At least 3.
Describe to me what happened.
I personally would call my aunt. She's following me, like I would
A different aunt?
Yeah.
No, what would you say to her?
She just watch. She could watch what she wanted.
Watch what? What was there to watch?
I would pull over, like if I knew someone lived close, I would pull over, get out. I'd walk in the house, wait till, okay, she left, you go to the car, because I would call my aunt.
Okay. You know anything about her home being broken into?
Yes, I woke up around 9 o'clock. I think it was like a weekend, so I wasn't working. And her daughter is actually the one that told me her apartment got robbed.
Oh, you weren't living with her then?
No, this was after she tried to assault me on the couch with John, with my son.
Why did she try to assault you?
Because she thought I was on the phone with, at the time was my boyfriend, so she was trying to get the phone, I guess. I don't, it was just all a mess.
Why isn't he your boyfriend anymore?
I wasn't accepting his behavior anymore.
Oh, well, how was he behaving?
Horribly.
Horribly?
Yeah.
Oh.
Your Honor, Your Honor, can I tell you some things, Your Honor?
I'll get back to you. She's telling me, she's giving me some insight as to
okay.
why you were intervening.
Okay.
So tell me about the house being robbed again.
Yes. I didn't know anything about it until her daughter called me, and she was the first
Did her
phone call
daughter
I
ever
got.
accuse you of having her items?
Oh, I didn't have anything.
Okay, you've never had any of her items in your house?
No.
Have you ever heard that allegation before?
Yes.
Who made that allegation?
Jacqueline Grant.
Have you ever heard your sister make such an allegation?
No.
Did you know that your sister had made such an allegation?
No.
This is the first time you're hearing that your sister made such an allegation?
Yes.
So, okay, good enough. And what are you suing her for with the damages? You wanted to say something else.
Yes, I did. I want to tell you, though, also this same gentleman after with his harassment and stuff like that, he egged my car, egged my house, and then he actually shot my son 5 times while he was sleeping in his bed.
Did your son survive?
Yes, he did. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. He went up to my son's bedroom window at the apartment complex and fired through my son's bedroom window 5 times.
And ran?
And ran and hopped into
But he
another
hit
car.
your son?
He hit my son 5 times.
And the police investigated
The police
that?
are investigating it. They're trying to get ballistics back
When
from
did
the
it
bullets.
happen?
February this year, 2016.
And who did they speak to about it?
The neighbor next door, I don't have her name, but
Yeah, they did speak to the
yes,
neighbor?
they spoke to her, but what happened with her was they said her evidence, they couldn't really arrest him on what she said because when they asked her to describe him, she said he was
Okay.
about 6.
Who else did they speak to?
I'm not sure. They were
Okay.
walking around the neighbor, in the
Good
complex, talking
Okay.
to people.
So what damages are you suing her for
I'm
today?
suing her for the damage of my car because after all of this, I did try to have somewhat of a relationship with her because I wasn't dealing
What happened
with her.
with your car?
And she asked me because she used one of my cars one day. She had to go to work and school. She's now dealing with a 45-year-old man who has 6 kids and who still lives at home with his mother.
How old is she?
She's 19 and she lives in the house with him now.
Is that true?
No.
Okay.
She called me, he's crying. I said, okay, I'm coming. I walked up the stairs, she walked out. She seen him, start cursing him out, came in the house. She tries to attack me while I'm holding him on the couch, and so I just get up and left. I left everything behind.
Plaintiff Jacqueline Grant is suing her niece, who claims Jacqueline tried to attack her while she was holding her son.
Go ahead.
And so she asked me because she used a car because they had an argument and he had taken the car he was letting her use to go back and forth to school. She had called me on the phone that morning saying he was chasing her and trying to run her down with the car. And then she called my mom. My mom could verify that she called her too, saying that the guy was trying to run her over with his car. So I let her use my car. I said you could take it to work and school and that's it. And then you park my car back at my mother's house. And I had a meeting to go to, and I wasn't going to be out till late, and I would come pick my keys up from my mother's house that night. So when I got out of the meeting, I called her on the phone, and I said, where's my keys at? She's like, I'm coming back from taking my sister to the hospital. So I said, I didn't give you permission to use my car. Where are you right now? Pull over. Wherever you are right now, pull over. Okay. So she was closest to my friend's house, so she pulled over right there. So when he got out of the car, she's like, look what he did to my car, look, your car, look what he did to your car. And I was like, what? So she brings me to the front of the car, and this was the damage. She claims that when she was at the hospital with her sister, that her boyfriend, the one who took the car back from her, crashed into the car and hit it. So then when she told me that, I said, get in the car and take the car to the precinct now and get a police report. So the police was like, well.
You have that?
No, I have. This is from the police, what they gave me that day.
Let me see that,
they
please.
said, why didn't you call me? If he hit her car at the hospital, why wouldn't you call the police while you're still at the hospital?
All right. And what discussions have you all had about the car since then?
She claimed she was going to pay for it. Okay. I told her, why are you going to pay for it if he hit the car? He's 45 years old. He should have some money to pay. She told me, don't worry.
You should have sued him then.
Right. So
I'm saying you're suing the wrong person since that's what you said.
She said he hit it.
Okay.
But when we talked to him, he said, no, he did not hit it.
Okay, that's what I need you to. Who do you think hit it?
I think she had an accident or something, and she's not telling me because, Your Honor, there's no way the damage on that car would be if the car was parked in the parking lot.
You tell me what happened.
Yes, that day I did call her. I did have an argument with my boyfriend. A lot of things happened with that one.
This guy 45 with 6 kids?
46 with 6 kids.
Go ahead.
I had called her and asked her if I could use the car. She said, yeah, come by. I picked it up. I did. I went to work. I went to school, went back to work, picked up my son.
What type of school do you go to?
A vocational school.
Okay, go ahead.
And I did that. But as soon as I walked through the door, my sister, okay, I need to go to the hospital. She can barely walk, can't talk, can't tell us nothing. I'm like, what is going on? So then after that, she didn't say that on the phone.
How was her car damaged? You had a car.
I came out the hospital.
How was
it was already damaged. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry I didn't communicate.
Did you ever speak with your boyfriend about it?
Yes.
Did he say he did it?
He said that he did not do it.
And when he told you he didn't, what did you say to him?
I said, okay, but why is there damage on one of the cars then? Which that was a different thing. So I said I would pay for it, but she had my belongings. I was like, okay, well, you have my belongings, I have your money. We could swap it off.
So,
tell me about her belongings.
I don't know about any belongings in my house.
All right.
I have witness statements and Facebook messages.
Let's see what she has.
Saying.
Ma'am, you say you don't know anything about her belongings, right? You said I don't know anything about her belongings
now because I had them picked
right,
up.
I know. She said that she's showing me something where you do know something about her belongings.
No, because they got
already said for the third time, anything she left at my house is in the garbage. And another thing, that same night, I specifically told her to take her things with her, and she didn't. So whoever doesn't like the fact that once she left, and she left some things behind, and I put them in the garbage, can lick of my judgment for the counterclaimant. Perjury. You told me you absolutely didn't say it. I read it for myself. Have a good day, ma'am. Bye-bye.
I want nothing to do with her. She's a sorry individual, and she's very rude and disrespectful, and she knows I returned her things to her. I wish I never even met her. I wish she was never even in my family. I hate her.
We all have our own opinions.
Yes, we do.
Plaintiff Sean Haskins dated the defendant, and they lived together. Sean claims the defendant was $17,000 in debt, so he gave her 4 loans to help her out. But he's suing because she failed to repay the loans. Defendant Karen Mary says the only reason she's being sued is because she recently got full custody of her son after a 4-month battle with Sean. Karen insists the money from Sean was a gift, and therefore she doesn't owe him anything.
Start with you.
Okay, so in October of 2012, Karen and myself met each other while we were at work. By November, we started dating. And in December, because of her situation, we moved in together. New Year's Eve of December of 12, we went to a party, and she had had too many shots, got a little frisky, well, a lot frisky.
Wow.
And by January, we found out that we were going to have a child together. So
you didn't get frisky.
Well, wow. Anyway.
How was it living together?
In the beginning, it was great. You know, I would cook dinner, she would cook dinner. I would do the dishes, she would do the dishes. She would clean, I would clean. It was a give and take back and forth. In June of 2013, she had credit card bills. She asked to borrow some money from me, and at that time, I loaned her $450 to make a payment towards her credit card debt.
Okay. Let me allow her to give some background first. Ma'am?
First of all, I believe that we're here today because I just gained full custody of our son.
Nah, it's not true at all.
We spent the last 4 months in a custody battle where Sean had spent a lot of money trying to fight for custody of our son. We spent the last 4 months in a custody battle where Sean had spent a lot of money trying to fight for custody of our son.
Plaintiff Sean Haskins is suing his ex-girlfriend, who claims she's only in court because she recently got full custody of her son after a 4-month battle with Sean.
Why'd you break up when things were so perfect?
Sean had brought up to me about moving to Pennsylvania. My entire support system is there, my family. By the time I did eventually move, March of 2015, he had decided he was not going to join us at all. He did not want to move to Pennsylvania.
With all this love, she cleaned to this and I cleaned to that, and then she cooked to this and I made that. But when she said she wanted to move around the corner, you can go. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, no, it didn't happen like that whatsoever. In February of 2015, I had purchased a home for us, so we didn't have to move into Pennsylvania because we were in some financial difficulties.
Which you didn't tell me about.
I did tell her about it, and she
had she mentioned Pennsylvania to you
yes,
earlier?
Yes, we had both.
And you had agreed?
We had both talked about having to move to Pennsylvania.
Did you agree?
Because of our financial stability.
Did you agree?
To move there, no.
Okay. Well,
we were thinking about our options at the time.
No, she said she wanted to. Is that what you just told me?
I did. The idea was actually his at first, that I take our son and move and get set, and that he would join us.
And he changed his mind.
Yes.
And you didn't?
No.
All right. So let's get to the loans.
So on the loan, the first $450 loaned her towards so she can start making her payments. The other $1,000, 4 days after our son was born.
When?
In September of 2013. 4 days after our son was born, she needed to borrow $1,000 to start her debt consolidation so we can help get herself out of debt.
Because I was on maternity leave.
And that was 4 days after the baby was born?
Yep, 4 days after.
Right.
'Cause we.
That's nice. Give the mother of your child a loan.
Yep.
I'm so happy the gift I'll give you is a loan.
It is not. It was never a gift.
I
never
know.
said it was a gift.
It was a loan.
It was a loan.
Now, when is the next time?
So in February of 2014, she was short because she was off of work for her maternity leave.
She was off because of your child, so go ahead.
Our child, correct. And she wasn't able to keep up on her bills, and she asked to borrow another $300 to help pay for her insurance and some of her credit card debt.
You loaned her $300. All right.
No.
The reason she didn't have it is because of her maternity leave, which was for you all's child.
Well, yes, but
Yeah, that's all I'm
she
saying.
wasn't working
Your
at the
next
time.
loan
That's
is what? That's all I'm saying
Okay.
is the facts, sir.
That's fine.
Just the facts. You can make it sound good and pretty it up all you want to, but the main facts are what you initially said. I had to loan her $300 because she didn't have the money because she had been on maternity leave. What's the next loan, sir?
Okay, and then in March of 2015, when she decided to leave, I had a custody agreement drawn up so we would have something on paper for our son, and she needed to borrow $1,000 to be able to move to Pennsylvania, which I in turn helped her move, pack, drive out there, borrowed her the money, and then came back assuming that everything was supposed to be the way it was, the way we had it written up in the agreement. And then,
You have that agreement today?
yes, I do, sir.
And let's see that, please. All right, and since March of 15, how much have you paid per month in child support?
I paid $350 a month.
Didn't
And-
fall behind?
1 month in December, I did not pay because she neglected
You
to bring
caught
my
it
child.
up, obviously.
Yeah.
He was punishing me for not
I
bringing our son out to Illinois.
All right, man, what do you say to these loans?
I honestly believe that we were in a relationship together as a team. We both paid bills. I did carry him on my health insurance for a year. I paid the premiums for that. He kept
Did you ever agree to repay him any of these things?
No.
By the way, sir, when were those loans to be paid?
I didn't have a specific date set up.
And you only decided to sue when?
Well, I decided to sue when I became financially unstable myself,
Yeah.
and she had
When was that? That you
the past-
decided to sue?
past couple months.
And what happened to your financial situation?
Well, on Christmas of 2015, I thought I would be getting a Christmas card or something from my son in the mail, and instead I get a summons saying that she's fighting me for full custody of our son. So at that time, I was dumbfounded, had to get an attorney, and the attorney, because it was not a state case, cost me $40,000+ to even
Got it.
start it.
All right. Did he ever ask you for any of this money back?
Yes.
When?
When I had first moved to Pennsylvania, March of 2015, along with
How much did he ask you for?
$5,000.
And hadn't he just loaned you $1,000 or given you $1,000?
For the trip to Pennsylvania, yes.
On Christmas of 2015, I thought I would be getting a Christmas card or something from my son in the mail, and instead I get a summons saying that she's fighting me for full custody of our son.
Plaintiff Sean Haskins is suing his ex-girlfriend, who claims she's only in court because she recently got full custody of her son after a 4-month battle with Sean.
How did you think she was going to pay it?
Eventually, she would be out of debt. I wanted her to pay it back because she owed it.
All right.
I mean, that was part of our agreement.
So that's what he was asking for? or was
He's with the custody paperwork. He sent a bill with it, and I'm not exactly sure. A few months later, maybe 6 months later, or so he sent me with one of the child support checks. He was paying child support. He sent me another bill, saying that maybe he could withhold child support until it was paid off. And I won't even lie, I kind of ignored it. I didn't even really believe that.
Why?
That he expected me to pay back. Like I said, in the relationship, it was give and take. We were a team. We were both paying bills.
You all weren't together anymore, March of 15, when he gave you $1,000.
Not essentially, no.
No, we
Pardon
broke
me?
up in February.
Right. It wasn't give and take then.
No.
You all
that
weren't
was for
together,
him
huh?
to help. And that, like I said, he helped me move to Pennsylvania. He packed the truck. He helped pay
Did he help you with any child support that same month?
Not that same month.
I gave her a $1,400 check for the few months, and not just the first month. I gave her $1,400.
No, in March, when
yes.
she was moving.
I gave her $1,400 towards child support for the next
April,
3
May,
months
June,
because she had to settle into her job and do other things, and I figured $1,400 would be.
You gave it to her as she was moving.
Yep, actually, when we left that house, when we left her residence in Pennsylvania.
And you
at the
made
time.
reference to he sent you something listing the loans or listing the amounts?
Yes, sir.
And did you sign something regarding that?
No, he literally just mailed them to me,
As
essentially.
part of a lawsuit, you're saying?
No.
No, I sent it
Just
to
a
her
letter.
afterwards. I did an itemized, I went down the list and just sent it to her
And you
with
ignored it?
And she didn't respond to it, and I've asked her several times if she was going to pay back any of it.
He's asked you again?
Yes.
And what have you told him since?
Same thing.
She doesn't know what to
I
do.
don't feel I owe him.
The first loan I gave her was specifically put on there that it was a loan. I mean, that was the first one, and then as we were going on.
Ma'am, did you receive a check saying that something was a loan?
Yes, I believe he wrote it in the comments section on the check. And that was for my initial startup for the debt consolidation I started.
No, it was not.
My first payment.
But you say you didn't, none of it was a loan. You contradicted yourself, ma'am.
I did need the money.
Pardon
at
me?
the time. I did need the money at the time to pay the
All you had
bills.
to do is tell the truth today. All you had to do is say, well, that $450, Your Honor, out of all the money he's asking for, yes, $450 of it, I agreed to pay back. It was a loan. Instead, you say, nope, never, nothing. Until I bust you. Judgment for the plaintiff, ma'am. Be honest next time you go to court. $2,750 is your judgment.
I really wish that you would just pay back the money that you know you borrowed, and I'm glad that now that this is over with, we can move past it, and I'm hoping that, our son does not feel the wrath of our troubles.
He will not feel the wrath of anything. He is absolutely fine, and I just hope we can just continue to parent together and raise an awesome child.
Plaintiff Jayera McDonald says the defendant is her favorite uncle, but he's a criminal. Jayera claims earlier this year she witnessed the defendant pickpocket a woman while he was flirting with her. And she also witnessed him steal money from a cab driver. Jayera is suing her uncle today for the cost of a car. Defendant Abel Santiago admits to Jayera's accusations, but insists she's guilty by association. Abel claims when he stole the money from the cab driver, Jayera was flirting with the driver to distract him so Abel could take the cash. And he even gave her $40 of the stolen money. Abel denies owing Jayera for anything.
Start with you.
All righty, well, I'd like to start off by saying this is my favorite uncle. It's just he's kind of a trickster. And, he's, for example, earlier this year, he picked myself and my boyfriend up at the airport, and he managed to pickpocket a woman as he was flirting with her, got her wallet, and once he realized it was empty, he returned it to her.
You saw him or he told you this?
Yes, I saw that.
Is that true?
Excuse me?
Is that true? What do
Yeah,
you mean,
that's the
excuse me?
truth.
What you think we're talking about?
Yeah, that's the truth.
All right, good enough. So, one, we already have established that he is a thief. All right,
Right.
go ahead.
I have another example. A few years ago, he did the same thing. We were in a cab, and I was having a casual conversation with the cab driver, and he saw a wad of cash, and I continued speaking with the cab driver, and when we got out the cab, he let me know he took the cash.
I got my wallet on me. I'm going over here.
Defendant Abel Santiago is being sued by his niece, who claims Abel is a criminal, and she even witnessed him pickpocket a woman while flirting with her.
All right, go ahead. So all this occurred before or after you purchased the car that you are suing him for today?
This occurred before.
All right, and you thought he was going to be straight up with you?
Absolutely. I hadn't seen my uncle in a couple of years, actually. So when I finally did see him, I felt like he was changed, like it was his first time meeting him. He just seemed so calm and relaxed and much more trustworthy.
All right, let me hear from you, sir.
Well, I got older, that's why. So I eased up. But she's guilty by association also, because she knew what I was going to do. You know what I mean? That's all a lie right there. She knew what I was gonna do. Like, for instance, that cab thing, you was flirting with the cab and you
I was
poking
already
me.
having a conversation with him, so
I know that, but you was poking
I didn't
me
do
and telling
anything
him,
different.
look at that wad, look at that wad.
That's
Get
not
that.
true.
It's not true.
Did
That's
you give
not
her any
true.
money out of it?
Yeah, she took like $40.
took like
Did you accept some of the
$40.
proceeds?
I didn't get nothing. I wish I did.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
So you wanted to be a criminal, but you
I mean,
wouldn't
I
let you.
didn't want to, but you know, if I was already there and guilty by association,
Guilty
well,
by
then you might as
association.
well give me something.
well, you got it. You got it.
How long ago was this?
This was a couple of years ago.
Just a couple of years.
Yeah.
Okay. And tell me about the car.
The car. So we were visiting the state that he lives in, and we needed to purchase a car because we decided that we were going to actually stay and live there. So my uncle told us of a car that he knew was available. So it was a 2003 Nissan Altima. We checked out the car. We test drove the car. So for us, it drove good.
Did he own it? When you say there's a car available, does that mean he owned the car?
According to him, it was a friend of his who had a car for sale. We never met said friend, though. Everything was done.
Whose name was on the title?
I do not recall the name that was on the title, but it wasn't his name.
Well, then that's the problem if you didn't buy the car from him.
I got the title, and I was able to register and insure the car. I have my bill of sale that came from him.
You read it? Let's see the bill of sale. You know, you may be entitled to your money back, but I'm just see how easy you are to be conned by a known thief.
I purchased it directly from him. Whoever he got it from,
He never owned it.
I purchased it from him, though.
Okay, well, you got conned. And so why do you want your money back? You found out it wasn't his, or is there another reason you want
No,
it
the
back?
car was no good. Once we drove the car, we made it about 40 minutes away from his house, and the radiator cap popped off, the radiator fluid was leaking. I don't know about cars, so we took it directly back to him.
What did he tell you it was?
It was the radiator cap and the fluid that needed to be replaced.
And he did?
And he did that. So we go on, and we're driving now. We're maybe 2 hours away from his house already, and the car starts smoking. We pull over, it's the transmission fluid. I called him and let him know. He said, oh, it sounds like it's the transmission, but he's no mechanic. So I called a mechanic and I FaceTimed him, and I had him look under the hood. Turns out it was the transmission fluid. We go and we change that. This is all within 24 hours. After we get to our destination, the check engine light comes on. We go have it checked. Turns out the engine is no good. Call him immediately to let him know what the problem is. He guaranteed, oh, nothing was gonna go wrong with the car for at least a year. And so that's why I had him write on, the bill of sale. And when I tell him,
warranty.
right, so when I told him what was going on with the car, he said it was my fault. Oh, I don't know if you damaged it between here and there, and it was all in a span of 24 hours.
Okay. And when you mentioned that you wanted your money back and that there was a warranty, what did he say?
He said he wasn't gonna do anything. Oh, you came back, I fixed the radiator cap, and I put the
So
fluid
he
in.
wasn't going to honor the warranty.
Not
that's
at
your
all,
point.
because he believed
Okay.
I damaged
All right.
it.
Defendant Abel Santiago is being sued by his niece, who claims Abel is a criminal, and she even witnessed him pickpocket a woman while flirting with her.
Sir, let me hear from you.
Now, first of all, I don't remember signing no warranty. And second of all, everything she said is 100% correct. But when I saw her the car, I peeled off of the block, I test drive it, I went around the block twice. Then she got on the car. The car was good, it was running. 4 or 5 hours later, after you're in California, you want your money back? I don't know if you damaged the car or not, but the car was running good. I peeled
That's
off.
a lie,
I
because
reversed-
I called you.
Hold on, man.
Hey.
Go ahead. He didn't say a word while you were talking, I don't think, but
I
now.
didn't interrupt when you spoke, did I? So let me get my shine, you know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, Your Honor, sorry. I drove the car. I peeled off. I went backwards on it. I even drove halfway on the sidewalk on the street to see if the balance were good. If the balance is good. Just the two wheels on one sidewalk on the street, just to see. Everything's great. Everything checked out good. I sold her the car, but I didn't sign no papers.
Did you have to repair the radiator cap within
Yes,
an
I did.
hour of her purchasing
Yes, I
it?
did.
Why do you think that happened?
Smoke was coming out and it was leaking through it. So I
Thank you.
changed
So
it.
you had a radiator problem within an hour. All right. And a couple of hours later, the engine light comes on, which is typical of a radiator that overheats. Also, she said you gave her a warranty. So I'm going to conclude that he defrauded you. Your testimony today sounded like someone who was a poor con man, very poor. You're a very poor con man. Find another field. And so I'm going to grant you your money, $3,000, pending return of the car to him. Have a good day.
I love my uncle, and I hope that we can go back to having a good relationship. Aside from this, we had a great relationship.
Yeah, man up and agree what
Man
we
up.
did. Yeah, man up and agree what we did together. Yeah.
We didn't do nothing together.
Well, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Plaintiff Lynn Peters met the defendant through work. And Lynn says she's a fun-loving hippie who changed her name to Sunshine. Lynn claims after they became roommates, she realized the defendant had a dark side, and she once saw the defendant throw a plate at someone's head. Lynn is suing her today for a security deposit. Defendant Sunshine Sawyer says she moved in with Lynn as Lynn was getting out of an abusive relationship. While living together, Sunshine claims Lynn was often bringing home random men whom she met online. And she insists Lynn forfeited her security deposit when she moved out.
Start with you.
I met Sunshine through work. She's a fun-loving hippie that changed her name from Jennifer to Sunshine.
Hippie.
Yes.
How long ago did you all meet at work? 60s? Go ahead.
But she also has a dark side. She would require hugs and I love yous before bed. Otherwise, there was something wrong or I was mad at her or something like that. When I had friends over, she would hang out in my doorway and listen to our conversations or give her input from the other room, even though she wasn't included in the conversations.
Wow, I don't remember anything like that.
She also, one time while we were working, she threw a plate at a server's head. And she's just, you never know if you're gonna get the nice Sunshine or the mean Sunshine.
Change your name to Cloudy after that.
Perhaps. Now what
At
time
work, we
frame?
would joke and call her Stormy when she
Stormy,
was
you all
upset.
called her.
Yes.
You're close.
So, you're close, very close.
And what time frame did you all live together?
We moved in June 1st of 2000, or June 12th, or June 13th, I'm sorry, of 2015.
Mm-hmm. And ended your tenancy when?
The lease was over May 31st of 16. All of my belongings and things were out on the 20th.
Okay. All right, let me hear from you, ma'am, about the tenancy.
So I did not have that same reality, apparently. I agree we met in 2013, decided in 2015 to get an apartment together. At the time, she was in an abusive relationship.
Did you try and hug her every night before bed?
I'm a huggy person, and she gave her hugs without any question or making me feel
But
like
you
I was.
initiated them.
I guess I don't recall that being an initiation every night, but we would hug periodically. Yes, I hug everybody.
All right. What else you want to tell me about the tenancy? Was it okay with you?
It was okay. In the beginning, when she first moved in with me, she was broken up with the boyfriend and started to go online to online dating sites and was meeting men on there, which is fine. If she's a grown woman, I'm a grown woman. We all make our choices and do our own things. But they started to come home with her, and there were different men coming home with her on different nights of the week. At that same time, she started to tell me that her ex was contacting her. They were spending more and more time
Did you
together.
have anybody?
Yes, my boyfriend.
How often was he coming?
Every
couple times a week. A couple times a week he would come over. We never discussed that was an issue. I had no idea.
Did you ever discuss the guys that she was saying was an issue? All right, you're discussing it now just to tell her business? Because that has nothing to do with today's case. You talked about her, me and her are going to talk about yours. Now, go ahead.
Her boyfriend and I are actually good friends. I didn't really have a problem with him being there every single day at first, but then it just kind of got old. Like, she works Friday and Saturday nights, and I'd come home and he'd be there with his friends.
Without her being there?
Yes. He like shut off his cable at his house because he was at our house all the time.
He was broke.
All the time.
All right, you don't know. All right.
Plaintiff Lynn Peters is suing her former roommate, who claims Lynn often brought random men home to their apartment.
Now let's go to what you're suing about, the security deposit.
On May 7th of 2016, I texted her letting her know that that was my 30-day notice and that I'd be leaving. She said she was going to stay and that she was going to have people move in. And I said, that's fine. I would like my security deposit back. She said, okay, that's not a problem. As the time went on, I was not staying there and I wasn't there and we weren't talking.
That is so not true. That is so
Let her
not true.
finish.
It felt like a bad breakup at the end. And then
She at first was accepting it and then changed. Why do you
Yeah.
think she changed?
because I wasn't sure if I was actually going to leave yet, and we left it as look for roommates.
Where did you say you were going? Where did you
Just
tell me
let
you were
her
moving
finish,
to?
man. Go ahead.
And at the end of it, she got roommates, and she said that I didn't get my security deposit back because it stays with the unit.
When you moved in, who did you give your security deposit to?
The leasing office.
Right. And did you contact them and
Yes.
request it from them?
Since she renewed the lease, it stays with the unit.
They said, we're not giving you your money back? They told you that?
Yeah.
All right. How did they say you could get your security deposit back from them? Because you gave it to them.
Through
and you
Sunshine, and that I would get it back from the people that was moving in when they put
got
down
it.
their
All
deposit.
right. And you haven't gotten it from either parties?
Correct.
Ma'am? Go ahead.
First of all, I was told her story to me that she was leaving and moving was that she was moving to Las Vegas for a job. And that stayed the story all the way until she moved out, which I then later found out there was never an intention of moving to Las Vegas. She moved 20 minutes away from where we were living, back in with the ex, which is where she's currently living.
Not entirely true.
She signed the paper here on May 27th. I
what?
signed it May 31st.
Saying what?
Saying that she was relinquishing her lease and that it's highlighted here, Your Honor, the transfer, no refund. She signed the
Okay,
paper
let's see it, please.
and then asked me about it after the fact. I have the text message
Ma'am,
here.
did you sign such a document?
I signed something saying that my name was going to be off the lease.
And I have what purports to be your signature. You have a driver's license on you today?
Yes.
All right. I've never seen a signature so much the same. Have a good day. Your claim is dismissed. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Your Honor.
She makes up things all the time, and nothing she really said was true other than me signing that paper that I didn't realize what it was. I thought it was just to get my name off the lease.
If you read things before you sign them, you will know what you're signing, and I'm really sorry that this had to happen between us. I don't understand why it happened. I have no ill will towards you, but you are the bold-faced liar, and you're the one who stood up here and made all those lies up, and that's fine.